Okay, I mean,
Well, Truth FM 96.1 and of course OK FM. We are here this evening basically with the chair on Labor at the House of Representatives on Osumova basically is here to talk about the issue from the Supreme Court basically on the state order and what is basically happening at the level of the House of Representatives. The communication just came and the Supreme Court sent a communication that the House and whatever situation been happening there, they should go back to Sadako ante and see how they can handle that issue. So he been passionate and been following the issue and thought to just speak to the press basically about how you feel about the communication from the Supreme Court. Honorable Mora, thanks so much this evening. How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm fine, and I would like to tell the library people good evening, and I'm doing well.
Has it been well or recent since the situation at the House of Representatives?
Uh, I have been meeting with the issue governing the removal of the speaker. I've been on the constitutional side because I always tell people there we have two blocks. We have the anti-constitutional block to that of the constitutional block because it's not about Kofa. I always tell people Kofa is just one individual, right? Even if Kofa leave, we also have another law speaker that will come in. And if another speaker come in not doing what he should be able to do, then we find out that people will again remove the speaker. But I think removing the speaker should be of some legitimate reason, causes that we have some implication on our national development to that of the legislative practice. But all of those count that came from the so-called, I would not say majority, I hate saying majority, the so-called anti-constitutional bloc, were not legitimate claims. Some claim was about individual grievances. So what they happened in this field there, I think with the issue of the still order from the court just recently, I think I healed that, and I because it has to do with our justice system, and I heal that. I believe that we'll keep this up, like it will be a better place. Yeah.
Well, in the midst of this, that today's this action is surfacing from the level of the Supreme Court. The Speaker, the forward that the guy did on last Thursday about claiming that they removed the Speaker of his position. Is this the referral procedure, especially some of the guys held press conference, the likes of Thomas Gosua, the likes of Ellis Sonobon Noah. They have said that they will face their senator to the majority bloc, but later on they withdrew it. Are you concerned about some of their procedure? Is this something that you want a due process to be done in, as in the case of the speaker?
All right. The thing is about the law that we said is about our constitution because Article 33 and 29 from the 1986 Constitution gave the power or the authority. I would say the authority because they are using the power. They are not using authority. Legislative authority is given to us by the Constitution, and this authority that is given to us to formulate laws. It should be in coherence with the Constitution. It should be lawful. So there are guidelines and procedure. When you look at Article 29 of the Constitution, 33, it's laid down the guideline of a legislator like us, both houses. So I think what they did constitute a fraudulent act. I would say that because what our law call for when it comes to the removal of the speaker, according to Article 10, on the speaker removal and the member remover, we should have two-thirds. And even the Constitution 49 talk about two-thirds. So two-thirds is binding upon them. But what confuses them is the issue of triaction. You can have a quorum with the presiding. The quorum is 37. That's quorum. You can do a business. But then the same constitution say if you cannot meet the quorum, right? Then as minority, you have to like adjourn day by day. So the two terms that confuses them is one, the issue of the quorum. A quorum go along with the presiding officer. And who's the presiding officer? The presiding officer is the speaker. So if you want to remove the speaker, there are processes that you have to follow. One, you have to make sure that you have legitimate allegation against the speaker or set up a legitimate resolution. outlining your grievances, reason why you want to move the speaker, because they talk about cost, right? So what I expected them to do was to come back to the chamber where we all, because I'm saying this, all lawmakers should be present during the removal of the speaker. So in the process of that, we have what we call vote. There should be a vote where every lawmaker will be given the time, not yea, nil. Every hand should go up so that we can know who are. After you have gone through all of the investigation of the speaker, you put him as it relates to due process where we all vote. So what they did was they had a resolution that they introduced under the flagpole, right? One fraudulent resolution. When it went to the court, they said, no, it's not about the resolution. We have no resolution, it's just a complaint. But then, to my utmost surprise, they had a resolution to remove the speaker. They said 50, 51. Here's the thing. I would like to tell the Liberian people today. In Maserati, we need to do our data analysis with figures. In Maserati, we have roughly about 17 districts. So let's look at the two blocks. In the constitutional block, which people refer to as the Kofa block, we have 12 lawmakers, 12 districts in Maserati, who is not part of what they are doing. They are not part of the unconstitutional block, right? So 12 district margin, and you have 5 on their side. So look at the population size of Maserati. We have 1.92 million people in Maserati. So when I did the census from every district, I begin to know that we have 1.3 million people just from Maserati. The 12 lawmakers from our block. We have District 5, we have District 3, we have Dixie, with a lot of the other names that you know from Maserati. The most populated area in Maserati.
District 17, District number 4.
Yeah. So see the number of people that we represent. Then the entire country, we have 5.3 million people in the entire country. When I did my analysis, as it relates to data, out of the 5 million people, we have to, our own people that we represent, 2.9 million people. 30 lawmakers. 30 lawmakers. They talk about their number. With their number, they are below the threshold.
But they are focusing on the rules of the house, just the issue they're pushing now.
So here's the thing. The issue here is the budget. Right? They introduced the budget to them. They gave them the budget. They presented the budget to them. So how can few group of people, just about 47% of the country, represent the budget, excluding the other 51%? So I think it's a great mistake. But even giving the budget to them.
Great mistake for the government?
For the government. By even giving the budget to them. So, I always tell people, there's something under the sleeves.
Who do you think is pushing this?
There's something under the sleeve. And from the beginning, we told people we need to do an audit of the house. So what is under the sleeve is all about the budget. I would like to be friends with people. The thing is not about Kofa. People say, oh, the young men talk. For Kofa, my issue is not Kofa. My issue is the country. When we are projecting figure, it should have impact on our society. So to have people from the 54th calling themselves veteran who take the position of the speaker today, oh my God.
So you think I didn't learn to what you say, especially because you are going back to the 54th.
Yeah.
Are there folks linked to especially supporting the removal of the speaker?
Yeah.
And the quote-unquote audit process?
The guys from the 54th that return the position today, that they are lawmakers for their various constituents, that represent their various constituents, calling themselves veteran, doing it, right? The guys are the one trying to hijack the budget. I'm saying that. They're the one trying to hijack the budget. And Liberians, we need to be very smart. I need nothing for now. I always tell people, I always tell them. What we need there is that what is in the budget should have an impact on our people, not just sectorial or sectors. The issue there with the budget is that I have fall short of the budget for the 54th, right? So because I fell short of the budget, there came an audit. The speaker requested an audit. So because the speaker is trying to look behind to dig deeper, so no, there should be no audit.
Do you recognize the current speaker that was elected recently on Thursday, Richard? Do you think he's a speaker? Will you sit on a gavel?
Let me tell you that I will sit under the gavel of anyone because I know what I stand for. If you steal, we expose you. That's my thing. If you serve in a position as a speaker and you steal the library people money, I understand the budget well. I will get in the budget while I see lapses in the budget, while I see fraudulent in the budget, I expose it to the library people, left with them to judge them.
So your point is about accountability. Is that what
the issue of PUM? The issue of PUM.
Okay.
I did a course accounting on the PUM. I said I went for the University of Liberia. I know what PUM stands for.
That's how you want to tell
I know some issue of PUM.
That's how you want to tell
No, you are a journalist. Go do your own fact finding and you get more information. The Liberian people, that people students from the University of Liberia, they need to speak out. We got accounting students and they course accounting. They need to speak out.
So what can you say? He's your colleague and you want the public to know, and he's the one that has been elected by the majority bloc.
By the majority bloc, because the majority bloc are hiding something under their sleeves.
What are they hiding?
That's just corruption. That's just corruption. I'm gonna tell them, the Liberian people, that's just corruption. Right? So why should people just go in 1 minute? Our own law says that we should, in 60 days, 2 months before election, the deputy shall preside, right? Take office, act for 60 days. But in a short time, when you monitor the quote-unquote social media, there came out information yesterday, the day before. When the information came out, what I heard is the Belete want to be a speaker. The group of Kufa guy appeared at Ellen at our house. They were discussing. The next thing you saw from Marty Colley, Belete want to be a speaker. So because of Belete, the president of Belete, they grew affair. No one want Belete to go. No one want to engage Belete into election. So the next thing they came out, okay, today we have our election, excluding a 30. How can you have election excluding 30 individual, 30 district? That makes no sense. Then there should be an intent. What the Liberian people need to understand, there is an intent. No one will just currently go into an election, have election to have a speaker, excluding other police, excluding the most populated district. Then you say what?
Somebody say you are a confidant to the speaker. Most of the communication that has to do with signature of lawmakers, your name is not mentioned. Why you normally don't view somebody list to have a name sign on it? Some of the colleagues, for example, from Pastor, the other countries' names on somebody communicated, but your name is not there.
So when it comes to communication in what sense?
For the fact that whether some of them we saw the communication from Representative Thomas Goswa, where they sense distant their involvement into whatever processes have been going on.
Yeah, because at first, they mistakenly signed the resolution that the cover page were hidden. People were just signing because the intent of that resolution was to remove medical. That was the intent of the resolution. So police not knowing or knowing signed. Then the next day, they took the cover page of the speaker and placed it there. That's fraudulent act. You saw this whole time. When you listen to the deputy clerk, when he went through the pronouncement and announced the figure, right? Something featured there. It said resolution and dissolution of committees. During the first resolution, they had nothing like dissolution of committees. So, like for me, I'm waiting to see.
Do you think the president is in support of his supporting this act of the removal of the speaker? Let me ask this question.
Before, I always tell people that I believe in Wakai. I believe in the people of Lofa County because they are not violent people. They are intelligent people. They read between lines. They understand the law. They are law-abiding citizens. But with the level of engagement as it relates to time interval, to have a resolution, to have negotiation, he is the president. He should be by now negotiating with all the both parties. So with his, just by excluding himself out, I feel he's a part of it. And here's the thing I would like to say to not just the president, I would also like to say this to stakeholders. Where we are going is about our law. We have the Liberia Council of Churches. Just few days ago, few months, they were discussing the issue of vehicle for the 5K. They were only discussing money. And even in the church, we know what takes place in the church. We know of that. So the issue now with the Council of Churches, not just the Council of Churches, the traditional council, is about time that they come together to have a dialogue between the both parties. It's about our law. We are in court. Sooner or later, the court will come out and say, Kofa is the legitimate leader. Because when they talk about a status quo, it means that if what you are doing that is illegal, come back to legality. Come back to the chamber. If you feel Kofa, you have some allegation against Kofa, appear in the chamber, present your case, right? The members are there. The journalists will be there. You guys will be there to make sure the information going out to the public. And Kofa is saying, my hearing should be open. It should be a public hearing. Let the Liberian people hear what is going on. But trust me, the hearing of Kofa will not be to the public, will not be open to the public. Trust me on that. Because when it is open to the public, the bag will open and out jumps a lot of corruption story.
So you think the speaker has a lot to say to the public?
So many to say to the public. And that's the thing we want the speaker to speak. Personally, I want the speaker to speak out. If Kofa refuses to speak out during a hearing, it is Kofa. He will be guilty and he will be penalized for that.
And you will take decision against him too.
But if Kofa speak out and we listen to these things, the story, corruption story, I think the Liberian people, whosoever may be indicted in that, the Liberian people should hold them accountable, right? They should hold them accountable. It could be any means, it could be senator, it could even be the vice president, the president. When you are corrupt, it is the Liberian people that will tell them, no, you need to resign. The only way Liberia can be a better place, the only way Liberia can be developed, when we stop stealing government money. We need to stop. There are so many people dying. Even our education system is messed up. It's messed up because we are not putting in those resources. So
how do you respond for the fact that a whole year, a lot of people think that the country should be progressing in terms of development, in terms of different infrastructure. Now that you have this 2025 national draft budget currently before the majority bloc, and by right, you run the whole budget cycle that starts from January to December, and you want to view the budget, you want a road to take place in the different county, different infrastructure. How do you feel with all of these issues that has to do with this? And you guys, in internal SACA at the level of the House of Representatives have gone a bit far.
Yeah, so I will tell Liberian people, we all need to be careful. The issue is not about delay. The issue is about doing the right thing, making sure the budget have impact on the citizens. 2024 budget, we heard about budget alteration. We heard about the 60 million of spending. So many money going where? Only God, one can tell us. But what I will tell you today, the 2025 budget, I just received a copy, 2025. But I want to make it legitimate. I want to have a legitimate copy. A copy that will be turned over from government to me. What I saw in the 2025 budget, I saw an amount of 18 million. 18 million. 1.8 million dollars that I need to know more about.
Going to where?
They will tell us when the time comes.
On which line?
When I came about, I think you listened to Amrak when he came about the 20 million on the $5,000 United States budget alteration. When I did the analysis, right? I came down to the same figure, 20 million on the 5,000 budget alteration, 19 million on the 5,000 just from the public sector administration, right? So we saw these things, and we created a buffer zone and told the public, right? We informed the public. We created a red flag. What I'm telling you now, I spent days with the budget. I just received a copy for Taiwan for Nima County, right? It just the outside copy is not official yet, but we went to see the official copy.
The entire legislature.
There is 80 million, right? And I will bring it out. 80 million United States.
So a lot of people are actually wanting to talk more about the 80 million. What is it that you want to hold in secret at the moment?
The 80 million, there is an increment, 80 million, right? I will not say off spending, right? There's an 80 million, an increment, right? Assigned to the Sin Alteration Ministry. They told you the shift. You heard that? The shift. Shift means
unlike the last time, right? Unlike the last time that your committee
in financial management,
yes.
When you shift in accounting, when you move, you alter that budget. That's the budget word. You alter when you shift, when you move. It's like taking a figure from here. This figure is here. I'm taking this figure and sending it to this place, this sector, for this reason, right? But there should be a reason. If you are taking the figure from here and you're sending it here, this guy get this, and he haven't gone through as it relates to expenditure, you still have, and you place it there, then it sounds funny. It means you are going to get it. And most of the figure were placed to national security. When you check, you see NSA. Figure shift to other places that they went for. So I want people to understand.
What do you think was the purpose of those who...
We discussed that before. I'm not going into that. We told the library people, right? Our thing is to speak out against the ill. And I'm telling you.
Do you think unity going to exist in the legislature anymore? On a gabble of whoever going to be speaker?
Let me tell you this. You can take it to the bank. As Cara Gray said, take it to the bank. What I have experienced the short time with the issue of lawmakers who we consider to be lawbreakers, with their intelligence of greed, this 55th will be one of the worst in the history of Liberia.
Wow.
Greed is so high, greed for money, until people want committees, right? Greed for money aligned to committees, because if I'm the head of this committee, I think I can get this. Committees should be about getting money. Committees should be about taking bribe. Committees should be about your personal interest. Committees should be your oversight, right? To make sure they are doing the right thing, to make sure they are in line with the law, to make sure they are in line with policy. That's the reason of your oversight. But people want committee because something.
Those people who pushing for to be on committee are they the news lawmaker who enter the cabinet building?
The reason I say the 55th is different because I've heard about speaker remover sometimes the second year, sometimes the 10th year in history. But the speaker removal just like it seemed to turn. So the issue here, I would tell even the one that is claiming to be in the seat. To other police, Liberia, let us go by the law. What happened to Tyler? It was in the past. Remember the government at that time? What happened to Eddie Snow? It was in the past. They all resigned. We have a lawyer that's saying I will not resign. The law is the law. And the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court come up with a verdict and say the law is the law, the Constitution is the Constitution, we should abide by the Constitution. Hey, President Walker, I want you to listen to me. It's about the people of Liberia. We all want peace. It's about our children. We are laying the mat. Let us be used as a role model. We have our children reading civics in the elementary school. They know what the three branches stand for. No one branch have absolute control over the other. So if our children start seeing these things, they will copy after all. And everything there will be removal of speaker. Now it's 43. The next time will be 37 person. Another time will be 35 person. Who will refuse to go to session. Because 37 person can remove speaker. If I refuse to go to session, there will be no session. And I tell you, so we need to remove the speaker.
What the district or residents said to you about this situation since it started?
When we started, I think what the district believe in is the law. And we're so happy. Because from the beginning, we heard the envelope under the table.
Because they took some
bribery. People were taking money.
And some of the police raised the claim.
It is true people take money because they call me for money. And I won't take money. Trust me on that. I always tell people. Because what will it profit me? When I die, the name will also die. But if I die, by just showing integrity, that I'm an integrity person, my legacy live on. There will be story about me. So the issue of money with me is not the thing. I always tell people, while they are costing us, I'm building the first of a kind in Lower Monserrado, right? A state-of-an-art hospital. People wonder. Then I listen to people saying, oh, the U.S. government, the war crime code, they get the young man money, that's why he behind Kufa. Let me say this. I was denied by the U.S. government when it comes to visa. So why would the U.S. government give me money? I tried to go to America and they refused me with visa.
For what purpose they deny you?
They deny me because they say I'm restricted reason, right? They say I have some relative that went in. They say I know of no relative in the States. Nobody in the state that I'm aware of, right? So they keep moving. And I took it in. They have to do with their own regulation. So nothing moved me. I'm still slow. When the rightful time comes, when God agrees, I will go. So the issue here, when I started the school, what people couldn't come out and say, I wasn't in government. What people couldn't come out and say, oh, I government money, I used to build the school, the American government gave me money to build multi. One of the biggest institutions in Liberia. I'm doing 100-acre farm, right? Cash crop. I don't have much. But because I'm focused and determined, I feel that we should give to humanity. We live our life for people, not for what we have. You can have the money in the bank, you can have all the big houses. It will help you. It's about giving to make somebody's life better.
What do you say to the lawmakers from the end of CDC that they believe in the speaker issue? They say that the speaker is siding with Baka, so some of them signed on the resolution to unseat the speaker, and they are coming with the issue of party sentiment because the president, the speaker that you support is aligning with the Baka administration, and some of them signed on the document to unseat the speaker.
So the document we're talking about, from the beginning I told you, some fraudulent act went on. I know the guys for it. Let me tell you, I said it before through Evan. When I was telling people, I told them I gave you 24 hours to relate. When I say relate, 24 hours to change what you did, or not I will expose you to the Liberian people. On the Monserrado Coca, we have them. There are so many of them there on the Monserrado Coca. The Monserrado Coca, during the county league, we all agree for our county development fund or the social development fund to give the team 58,000 United States, right? For the length of time. So they did a resolution of 58,000, they brought it to us, and we signed individually per district. The 58,000 went to the bank with $128,000. Can you imagine that? That's fraudulent act. Without us signing, they used the signature, took out the agreement or whatsoever, the contract, and placed in the wording in another contract, and our signature from the 58, right, to the 128, staple it, send it to the bank. That's criminal in nature. So some of the police there is so strange. Some of them were not even informed that they were going to be speaker election. That moment. Other people were not informed that they were going to expel the speaker that same day. Because what they are aware of, everybody wants the speaker to have due process. You know what the guy afraid of due process, let me tell you today? The Liberian people, they are afraid of due process because Kufa said that. The faces there, When they look at Kofa's face, when they say all those in favor of Kofa, almost everybody here will be up. All those against Kofa, you will not see many here up. Because Kofa as an individual, not with me, I've been with Kofa. But people that were around Kofa, that he touched them. People went to the US with Kofa. He took them with him. Some of them were sick. He used his own credit card on them. In the US. The same guys that were around Kofa, the friends that were around Kofa, were no one. No one was looking at us. But because we believe in the law, there's a reason we say we remain with Kofa. So those that were around Kofa trying to be the Brutus. Right? The Julius Iscariot to Kofa. But there should be a lesson to Kofa. And I will say to the Liberian people, if we go through due process, if Kofa take a dime outside of his budget, his spending, I will come back here, I will give enough words, I will use enough words on Kofa and tell Kofa, this is not what the Constitution represents. This is being unlawful. But Kofa needs a due process where I can say no to Kofa or I can say yes to Kofa. I need my fundamental right, according to our rules and the Constitution, to vote Kofa or to vote against Kofa as a lawmaker.
Well, do you have any regret for the fact that you are the first-time lawmaker at the level of the House of Representatives, and all of these things has taken place at the time that you have just entered the legislature? Do you have a regret at the moment to see some of these things taking place?
No, for me, I would say I have no regret because just the short time. Because when you hear about the War and Economic Chronicle resolution that we passed. Yeah. The proponent, I'm the proponent. So with the level of time, all of those they call veteran. I hate to hear anything first-time lawmaker. We are doing well than them. The only thing the veteran understand in the house is to steal money. I'm telling you it. I'm there on a daily basis. I know what happened there. Veteran, when you are a veteran, when you are an honorable person, you should be in line with the law. You should seek the interest of your people, your kind. But that's what makes you an honorable man. Extend your hands, help people, change life. But then, you're not veteran. I hear doing for what? Doing for buying big house? Doing for stealing the Liberian people money? Doing for putting money in the budget and taking money from the budget without the Liberian people knowing? You are not a doing. You are a damn rogue. I will call you. You are not a veteran. You are a damn rogue. You stealing the Liberian people money. You need to stop.
You are a chair on labor though.
I'm a chair on labor.
Although there were recent appointment made.
But I represent more than 55,000 people. And I'm a lawmaker. I'm a servant for Liberia. I represent this country as a lawmaker. And I'm speaking for our people. All of this noise, it's just about money. I keep saying it. Greed for money. That's all. If you just say, we take the budget from the House of Representatives, we take the budget from the House of Representatives, and send it to the Senate, there will be no noise in the House of Representatives. But there will come again, there will grow additional noise in the House of Senate because it's about money. Everybody wants to enrich their pockets. That's it, that's the truth. So Kofa come, Kofa go. Richard Kun enter, it will be the same noise. Richard Kun go, Musa Belete enter, it will be the same noise. Because we are 73. We are so many 73. Under the 73 men will not sit down and see the other men stealing, and the Liberian people can enjoy the good one we're supposed to. So, Some people say you can talk plenty, the people will kill you. I care less. Man down one time, boom, pull it. I'm gone. But my word will live on. This is what we fight for.
It's a pleasure, Chief. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable.